into some NBA, some basketball, Jones, some of that on the block with the meat pack.
Ooh, that was clean, dude.
That was clean, wasn't it?
That was the first one. That was fire.
On my transitions. So yeah, some on the block, man. Last night we had a little Lakers action. Sixers getting a dub over the Lakers.
1 point W, 106,
Shout out
107.
1 year anniversary. That man Kobe Bryant, RIP 24, RIP Kobe Bryant. Shout out Money Man, Swish. Wish I had a piece of paper and a trash can around here somewhere so I could wet one. Obviously remembering Kobe and whatnot. Rip. But yeah, Sixers getting a big dub over the Lakers. When I looked at that game last night as fuck around potential finals matchup, man. Like, obviously we know there's a team that exists in Brooklyn right now where, might be the 3 greatest offensive players ever on the same team, but Sixers are doing it right now, brother. Joel Embiid is playing out of his mind.
Out of his mind. And he started the season like this, and he's keeping it up. So, I mean, I love seeing that. It's awesome. I mean, he's finally his one critique these past couple of years have been he just shoots too much. And, like, he knows he's got such a big body. And, like, you hear Shaq talk about all the time. It's like, no one can stop you in the paint. You just got to get in there. And he's been doing that, putting up points, as well as still being accurate with his shooting. I'm not sure what his percentage is right now, but it's not bad. As well as the boy Toby Harris putting up 17, 20 points a night, top of some Shake Milton, top of some Ben Simmons. Dude, it's happening in Philly right now. It's feeling right good. Matisse Thybulle, dude. Literally, I'm loving that roster right now. It feels good.
I think what makes Philly
the big question with Philly is the same as last year. It's like, when we get in the playoffs, can you figure it out?
Can they get over that hump? And I mean, the big thing was with Embiid, where, for a couple of years it was shooting and then post play, to which now I think he's playing with it the other way around. Just dominate in the post, and then if you have to hit a 3, you have to hit a 3. I think what makes Philly so good, though, is just obviously Joel Embiid is your superstar. Ben Simmons is your little Robin to the Batman. And then your guys like Toby Harris and Shake Milton, they know their roles and play them very, very good. Obviously, having Seth Curry when he's going 4 for 4 from the threes. Danny Green's wetting them up. They have great role players that know their role. I think Doc's putting them in a really good position to make a deep playoff run. But that's the thing. I mean, at this point, to me, they need to make the finals or bust. You know what I'm saying? It's just, especially with Brooklyn in the mix now, dude. I could say by the end of the year, I could see the Sixers being a better overall team than the Bucks for sure. But, I mean, their head target right now making it out of the East should be Brooklyn. And then, on the Lakers side of things, man, I'm not really worried about the Lakers at all.
No, they'll do just fine. I'm just talking straight up Philly. Here's a big dub for Philly, proving that they can, take it with one of those top tier teams. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's beat the Lakers, and the Lakers are obviously coming off their championship season, got better, and they're playing great basketball right now. So 1 point or not, I mean, that's a W.
It is a W, man. I would be hyped to be a Philly fan right now. Joel Embiid might run up this MVP this year if he can keep it up. Another player, though, that might run up this MVP at least is this man, Kevin Durant. We were just talking about Brooklyn. And he's looking great right now, dude. Shoot 30 points a game. It's about six assists, 7 rebounds. And he's shooting a 50-40-90 split right now, about 52% from the field, I think 43 from 3 and like 90-something on the free throws.
That's
insane. Last time we saw that, almost the exact numbers was in 2016 when Stephen Curry won the unanimous MVP. So, I mean, I could see by the end of the year those numbers kind of dipping a little bit for Durant just because you have Harden, just because you have Kyrie and those.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, they have 3 players on that team that can all play to that level.
For sure.
I mean, KD's obviously got the hot hand right now, but, if he messes around, has a single bad game, et cetera, they just got these other guys that are going to step up. I just said other guys. It's James Harden and Kyrie Irving. Like, just one of them has to play well, and KD's stretch right now is just insane. I mean, he's just shooting lights out. He's balling, son.
Yeah, and you got to think. I mean, that's the reason why that Golden State team was so good for those couple of years. Just because if Steph Curry has a bad night, you have Klay Thompson or Kevin Durant to pick it up. If Kevin Durant has a really bad night, you got Steph Curry and whoever to come pick up those pieces. So if Kevin Durant has a bad night here with Brooklyn, you got James Harden who can drop 50. Like it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? I still do have concerns with Brooklyn as far as size In the middle, they have shown interest of getting that boy JaVale McGee from the Cavs, which I think would be a really good move for them. Just some form of inside presence, just a 7-footer down there in the paint, that can hold it down.
That would definitely benefit. I mean, they did trade away a bit of their size there, so you're 100% right about that. But I mean, besides that, like their offensive game is just dominant at this point. They really do just got to beef it up a little bit on
just because in the playoffs, the game starts to slow down a little bit, and then, like I said, they're going to have to meet up with teams like Philly. Who's guarding Embiid? Kevin Durant could probably hold something down a little bit, but Joel Embiid is too good for that. They need, DeAndre Jordan and maybe another guy to really step up and hit that, with Milwaukee, who's going to guard Giannis, So they do have concerns, but at the end of the day, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, James Harden, that's really all the fuck you got to say for that. The fact that they're on the same team, dude, that feels like some fantasy draft nonsense right there. I don't really know how they pulled that off, but they're there. So, shout out to MVP.
That's wild.
MVP, fucking Kevin Durant. Hey, shout out to Knicks one time, too. I need all my Knicks fans at home. Julius Randle, make him an all-star. If you're hearing me, Julius, they got about one spot. I think for the most part, those rosters are cemented. They got one spot in the East left open at the 4. Let's get that boy Julius Randle. I've said I'm not really always been the biggest fan of him, but he's playing his ass off.
He's playing very good.
Numbers looking good. Him and RJ Barrett. This man Austin Rivers dropped like 30 the other night, bro. Just on him, dude. Like just wetting it up. So just real hype as a Knicks fan right now, brother. I don't know. This basketball season's been a little crazy so far, dude.
That's been crazy. I like that. Pretty much every time it's a mini series, due to COVID, they obviously are trying to limit, their travel. So they're just playing teams back to back. And I think it makes it more intense. I kind of like how the season's going, shorter regular season here. We're just going to get to the playoffs faster as well. And everyone loves NBA playoffs. So, I mean, I kind of just like everything that's going on right now. Dude. You know what I'm saying? We got some really, really competitive basketball going on this year. And a lot of teams where, I mean, as of right now, it's definitely early. So, it's, weird to say it, but a lot of these teams just look really competitive, man. There's only about 4 or 5 teams in this league that I think I know for sure aren't going to make the playoffs. I think every other team right now has a legit chance. Obviously, we know who the top teams are for sure, but we're going to come down the stretch here, man, and these 6, 7, 8 teams in both conference. I feel like there's going to be a lot of teams, man. That's going to be a really, a race to see what happens. I think, one of the big ones is going to be Phoenix this year, man. I like Phoenix to be able to get the playoffs. This man, Devin Booker, is great. There really is a Chris Paul effect in the NBA, bro. Yeah. I know you're not a big fan of him, but, I mean, the dude's a Hall of Fame point guard and a great leader. He just goes to teams, and they just play good basketball. And that's kind of straight Chaplin role, but it's working.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the Suns didn't make really any other moves during the off seasons. They just brought in Chris Paul, and he's teaching those boys how to win some basketball games. I'd have actually liked it. I was not a big fan of the rumors of him potentially going to the Knicks, but now that I look at that,
all right, yeah, why not? Teach RJ Barrett how to figure it out. But I like what Tommy Tibbs is doing with New York there. Like I said, I don't know how far they go this year, but I don't know. We'll see what the fuck happens. We can snag a 8 seed real quick or something. Maybe win a playoff game or something, but I don't know.